dragon lizard swimming across. I was interrupting his morning basking in the sun. So he's going to swim across right to the other side. I probably won't be able to see where he comes out though. So walking around in the Australian bush is quite a bit different than walking around in the North American or English forest and bush. It's really hot, you have to have sun protection. You've got to wear good quality clothes, long sleeves, protect yourself from the sun. Wear a strong sunscreen, 30 plus at least. Protect yourself from the heat in, drinking a lot of water, keep hydrated. You've got to wear long pants, not shorts. It's easy to not pay attention to the fact that still we're in the wilderness really, and it's snake season. Not that I've seen any, but keep a lookout. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. It feels like it's close to 30 already. Not a breath of wind. So when I walk up to the far creek bend, I'll have to try and find some shade. Otherwise it'll be too hot to stay out there for the day. Anyway, I think I'll make a move and drive over the creek bed, and then we'll see what's up. So come along with me and we'll explore the creek. Good. Hopefully I can cross the creek with no issues. Let's see how we go. Just need a bit of a run up. There we are, been easy. So I can only go so far up this bit because it's just a bit too sandy, and by myself I don't want to get bogged, so I'm just following my tracks from ages ago, and I'll park it over here on the flat rock area. So I'll have to walk the rest of the way. So I put the sunshade on the windscreen because it's going to get quite hot. I don't want to come back to an extremely hot car. But we're going to be walking up this trail to the bend. I'll probably have to do 2 trips to come back to the rest of my gear. I'm just carrying the backpack now. So here's the site I've been to before. There's my old campfire ring. But we won't be lighting any fires today because there's a complete fire ban for this area due to some recent bushfires. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. Well, no luck stalking the fish up and down the creek. They're probably headed for the shade, so I might do the same. I've just noticed further up the creek that way there is the water is so low that I can actually cross to the other side up the hill which you see behind me, which is a lot more trees and shade. So when I get out of this sun, the sun's pretty brutal. When I'm walking along the creek, the sun's actually reflecting straight up at me as well, so even these sunglasses that polarize aren't helping much. So I'm going to decamp and move upstream and get in some shade and then explore the other side because I can't normally get over there. Meanwhile, need to keep the fluids up pretty brutal. So this is the spot just coming up where normally it would be, water would be right across here all the way up to where those grasses and bush are. So the water level is really low, so I'm going to cross here and go up that bank. Just need to pick an easy way up. I think this way. Following a bit of a game trail, I guess. That is potentially a wombat hole, big enough. In this bank there could be rabbit holes as well, but that is big enough for a wombat hole. Sometimes you see them in the daylight, but pretty rare. They don't want to come out unless they really have to. You can hear all the grasshoppers clicking around me in the tall grasses here on the side of the creek. But I'm going to head up to this shade, find a nice spot to sit down. This area is just mined with wombat holes. I have to watch my step. Oh yeah, much cooler in the shade. Man. Alright. Need to find a nice log to sit on. I think a couple are just in front of me up here. Yeah, there's holes everywhere in this bank. This looks not too bad. I think about here. Whew. Alright. This side is really unexplored because, well, unexplored, infrequently visited by people because it's just so hard to get down to. Very steep before you get down to this gully. As I said before, the creek crossing normally makes it hard or impossible to get over here. And so this side is just very natural bushland. If you want to see what Australian bushland is like this. A bit scrabbly. It's a tough environment. These trees are used to not getting hardly any water at all. There's probably some species here that actually do well because they're near the water. That white, probably can't see it in the video, that tree in front of me there has a whitish kind of bark, so I would normally associate that with the river gum kind of species. On the other side up the hill, just box eucalypt sort of trees, very tough, hardly any undergrowth, very sparse. Whereas on this side, because it's normally shaded, a bit less severe, there's actually quite a lot of undergrowth, so I'd be not surprised at all that there would be a lot of wildlife on this side. We've actually seen wallabies here before, when Jeff and I were here some time ago. Kangaroos as well, of course. Anyway, time to sit down and take a load off. Well, I thought I might do a bit of bushwalking on this side now that I'm here. Got my walking stick. You can see I strung the top part out as a good handle. I'm just going to leave my my stuff at the log here and try some of these trails. all very dry. Late January. The ground is too rocky up here for the wombats to be digging burrows, so my footing is a bit better. Still about uneven though. Well, there's no wildlife. None that I can see. They're probably watching me. Maybe everyone's hunkered down for the heat of the day. So I'm going to head back down this hill in front of me, back to my log, get my backpack and have a drink and a snack, sit for a while, and then head back, I think, across the creek. See if I have another go at those fish or not. There it is. Good to have a good sense of direction in the bush. It's so easy to get disorientated. So, yeah, I'm going to sit down and take a load off for a little bit. Not sure if we can see him, but in here is a little lizard just on the end of that stick. Fantastic remote, empty but full wilderness bushland. Someone's come to join me, a little kingfisher. I can hear a few of his other mates calling. There are lots of tiny little tadpoles, I guess they are, in the stream, so there's probably heaps for him to eat. Off he goes. Well, I'm all packed up and cleaned around where I was sitting. So that was a nice log to sit on for a while. Now I'm going to head back, see if there's any fish as I walk along. I doubt it, but we'll have a look. So now I just got to make my way down this bank, try not to step in any wombat holes on the way back to the creek. You can see all the grasshoppers flying around. They're about the only thing moving this time of day. And there's my little muddy creek crossing. Okay. So I'm just going to walk along. If I see any fish, I'll try and go for them again, but my hopes are not high. As I thought, no fish moving in the creek bend here. So I think we'll call it a day down here. So this is our Taralga bushland escape. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you in the next video. Gotta love selfie sticks.